Hey everybody, this is Mike Callahan, 12 Stepology / Inner Child Tribe, coming to you from Torrey Pines, California. So we're in January 2024, and part of what I want to talk about is the program that I have and the program that I like to share, or I don't even know program, way of life, and that's um, definitely the 12 steps, definitely inner child work. It's brought me a lot of happiness, a lot of peace, a lot of joy. Um, God, minimized so much of my anxiety, so much of my depression. Um, and it's been a way of life that's been a long road for sure. 35 years in recovery, um, in numerous different 12 step programs. However, they've all benefited me and served me well. And so I continue to share the 12 steps in just a free way, because the 12 steps are free to anybody that wants to take them. The whole thing that I wanted to share for this month, being the first month of the year, we talk about talk a lot about the first step. Are we powerless? Are we willing to surrender what we have, what our disease is, what our darkness is, what our shadow is? For me, I've had many shadows that I've dealt with, and through the steps and through prayer and meditation, or you can call it intention and meditation. Um, I'm free from a lot of the addictions that caused me so much pain that I thought was going to relieve me from the additional pain or the original pain that I had. What I like to share is that, you know, this can be a one size fits all. It just depends on what your addiction is, or what your shadow is that you carry. For me, I carry many. There's alcoholism, there's drug addiction, um, phone addiction. I mean, where do you want to start? I got sober, stopped drinking, and then I stopped smoking. Then I stopped smoking, and it was eating. Then I stopped eating, and it was sex. And the eating was a huge part for me, continuously throughout the past 35 years of my sobriety. And my definition of sobriety for me is physical and emotional sobriety, and I think that's critical to continue physical sobriety. Physical sobriety is a great start. However, if we don't have the emotional or the mental, the rest will fall apart again. And I've hit many bottoms. Haven't found it necessary to drink or do illegal drugs again. However, um, definitely hit some bottoms, or what I like to call spiritual awakenings. And we got a helicopter coming. We'll see if I can hear it in the background or not. Anyway, so what my first step is about, and I practice this on a daily basis in my intention or prayer for the day, whatever you want to call it. To me, I pray to a loving higher power. Um, the addictions I've been relieved from, I don't take for granted at all. It's 1 minute at a time throughout the day. It's one day at a time, 1 year at a time. And as I find myself getting towards the other end of life, which I'm absolutely healthy right now, um, by the grace of a loving higher power in the universe and this program, um, I continue that prayer. And so, for me, what am I powerless over? I'm powerless over my alcoholism, my drug addiction, my depression, my anxiety. Let's go on and on. My fears, my fear of the future, my fear of the past, being powerless over other people. That's been one of my hugest addictions throughout my life, was people. That's one of the strongest, I think, for a lot of people, is codependency. And so when I share this first step, it's just a matter of realizing, and you know, everyone on this planet, I'm almost positive, we're beautiful, fucked up humans. And for many of us, early on, the fucked up gets instilled on us. We come here loving, um, as infants, and then this fucking shadow is just laid on us, and then we have to find our way back out of that. And a lot of that's unlearning, and relearning, and that's also what the steps are about too, is finding a peace. So for me, to surrender my addictions, I found a lot of peace that's been behind that. And when I first got sober, I thought my life was just going to be fucking boring, and it's been anything but. Um, and I always share this that in sobriety I've gained and lost a lot. However, one thing I haven't lost is a sobriety and a peace and a peace of mind that I know I'll have for the rest of my life if I continue to live the way that I live. So I'm going to put this out there. This is going to be the first step of the year, and I'm looking for some input back, what you're powerless over or what you think you're not powerless over, for what you think, or maybe what you know in your heart. Have I hit a bottom? Has this shadow that's on me that I think's been my friend actually fucking me? Right? Am I fucked? Because I was fucked when I got here, definitely. I had used everything up. And then, next month we'll start stepping into the next one, is that, came to believe that a power greater than myself could restore me to sanity. And for me, it's been a new sanity also, because a lot of that sanity I never knew. I was raised in alcoholism, drug addiction, abuse, physical and emotional, more emotional. And it took me a long time to unlearn that and to find forgiveness to the perpetrators that did that, which they had perpetrators that did it to them. I always share this. It's a shadow that's carried on from generation to generation. However, I've been gifted to walk through that shadow, feel that fucking shadow, and step into the light and be part of the light. And that's what I'm sharing today, is that, these 12 steps are definitely a way to peace. They're definitely a way to the light and a way to carry the light. And I know for myself that if I don't give away this gift, I'll lose it. So for me, I'm going to continue to give the gift away. And like I always say in all my videos or podcasts, whatever you want to call this, reaching out to someone else. If this reaches one person and you get this, fucking awesome. Welcome to your new way of life. And what I'll share with you is you don't have to change anything except for everything, but it's baby steps. And it, not just the 12 step, but it's baby steps, and taking it little by slowly and not expecting a miracle overnight. We don't just, a lot of us, it takes a lot to get out of the addiction and have that addiction removed. And it doesn't have to be a black and white thing. It could be like, okay, I just can't do this anymore. And for me, I've been empowered by being powerless over the addictions that I have, by surrendering the addictions I have and surrendering to a new peace and a love and a joy. I have a passion for Inner Child Tribe and to continue that. I'm at innerchildtribe.org. I really believe a lot in this work. It handles so much with, when Gabor Mate talks about that, it actually deals with the trauma that we grew up in and a lot of the trauma that we faced in the past. It helps us to walk through that and find a peace to where, we don't have to deal with that pain anymore, because we've walked through it. It transmutes into peace. And Gabor Mate also talks about how 90% of the disease that's happening right now is as a result of trauma that's been dealt with, that's been untreated, that rests in our body. He's got a lot of great books out, but he's got some short stuff on YouTube that I would check out. I would also check out Eckhart Tolle. The next thing that I'm going to be doing is sharing to you a little bit about the inner child book from ACA, and that's the Loving Parent Guide. It's really good stuff. It teaches us it's taught me, which I would get to teach you if you're interested, of how to erase a lot of what we learned and relearn a lot and start a new inner dialogue of a kind, loving parent, being kind to ourselves instead of beating ourselves up, thinking we're not good enough, we're not right enough, we're not enough. And you know what? We fucking are. And what it's taught me how to do is how to love myself on a deeper level, which is given me the gift of loving my partner in my life, my wife, on a deeper level. And I actually have another beautiful human being in my life. So, to sum this up, is that we're all beautiful fucked up humans. There's beautiful fucked up men, beautiful fucked up women. It's just, do we want to deal with the fucked up? Can we walk through the fucked up? Because underneath all that shit is more beauty, it's more love, it's more light, and a way of life that, for me, um, I will continue living. So thanks for the listen. I'm going to sign out right now. um, I'm blessed to be where I'm at, sitting here by the ocean. I'm going to take a little bit of time and hang here, and that's it. Thank you. Namaste.